Solid matter began to come apart, releasing untold quantities of energy.
Plutonium, element 94 on the periodic table. It was man-made and first came to exist on December 14, 1940. Unlike other elements, humans have no exposure to it, meaning our bodies had no way to defend against any of its radioactive properties. In contrast, uranium was natural, so in ways the body could defend lightly against its radioactivity. Plutonium was created by Glenn Seaborg, Joseph Kennedy, Edmund McMillan, and Arthur Wall at the University of California by performing experiments on uranium U-238. While plutonium is notorious for its usage in atomic weaponry, it was also used in spacecraft to power the high-energy need systems, and of course nuclear generators, power plants, and nuclear fuels. Plutonium statistics are as follows. Element 94 with an atomic weight of 244 AMU. It has a melting point of 913 degrees Kelvin and a boiling point of 3,501 Kelvin. An astonishing 5,842 degrees Fahrenheit, and being 12.84 grams per cubic centimeter, plutonium is an extremely dense metal. It is a solid at room temperature, classified as a metal in group 7 of the actinides.
So when I was taught as a student, I was taught by a chemist at Cambridge called Alfie Maddock, who during the Second World War was working in Canada on plutonium chemistry. And one night he managed to spill the entire UK's supply of plutonium, which was only 10 milligrams, onto the bench in the lab. And so rather than saying, "Oh dear, I have spilt it," he went and got a saw and sawed a large chunk out of the bench and burnt the wood and got back 9.5 of the 10 milligrams that he spilt. And nobody would have known, except at that point he was too tired to repair the bench. So they came back in the morning and there was a large hole in the bench to show what he had done. I also had an interesting experience with, at a conference, I was sitting next to a lady who I asked her why she was at the conference, which was about supercritical fluids using high-pressure gases as solvents. And I asked her why she was there, and she said she worked with weapons-grade plutonium, what is used in making atom bombs. And she said she was worried about the environmental effects of using chlorinated solvents, these are compounds of carbon and chlorine, for removing the grease from the plutonium they were using to make the bombs. So she was at the conference to see whether you could use high-pressure carbon dioxide or as an alternative to make the making of atomic bombs more environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly. Environmentally friendly.
Which I thought was a slightly macabre worry about the environment.
I do like that. I want to make more environmentally friendly atom bombs.
Yes.
I've not seen any because the sort of facilities you need to be able to handle it are way beyond what you find in a normal university. I've heard some fascinating stories about it though, such as it's incredibly dense, and a few people at the Atomic Weapons Agency wanted to cut a little piece off, and it took 3 of them with a hacksaw several hours and several hacksaw blades before they finally got a tiny little chip off. So it's incredibly dense and hard, hence the high weight for its size.
This is heavy duty, Doc. This is great. Does it run like on regular unleaded gasoline?
Unfortunately, no. It requires something with a little more kick. Plutonium.
Plutonium. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear?
Hey, keep rolling there. No. This sucker's electrical. But I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity I need.
Doc, you don't just walk into a store and buy plutonium.
Gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!